Hey guys, a couple years ago I reviewed iFi Audio's Bluetooth DAC, the ZEN Air Blue, and I called it a great stocking stuffer for the audiophile on your shopping list. The sound quality on that device was, and still is, fantastic, but my main complaint was that it wasn't a true streamer, but only a Bluetooth receiver. So every alert and notification you might get on your phone or device would also be sent through your whole audio system, and God forbid you actually get a phone call. Well, this year I've been using iFi's ZEN One Signature DAC. It has HD Bluetooth streaming capabilities, decodes all the same Bluetooth formats, but also adds PCM audio up to 192 plus fully native DSD-256, DXD, and MQA-384, all via USB or coax or toslink. On the output side, the ZEN One Signature has the standard RCA outputs plus a 4mm balanced stereo output, which allows you to connect to an XLR input on your integrated amp and take advantage of the fully balanced circuit inside the DAC for reduced noise. It does not include a built-in headphone amp or volume control. The front display appears relatively minimal, but actually can tell you quite a little bit about what you're listening to. The logo display in the middle has 6 different colors plus off to indicate what audio format is being received by the ZEN One Signature. There's no easy poem or rhyme to remember which color indicates which format, so if that's the kind of thing you want to know, you want to keep a cheat sheet on hand. And on the back of that cheat sheet, you could also include the 4 different colors of the separate LED light to the right of the logo that indicates what sample rate the ZEN One Signature is receiving. Again, if you're into that sort of thing. Rounding out the front panel is a power indicator, an input selector to switch between Bluetooth, SPDIF, and USB, and on the far right is a dual-purpose button used to put the DAC into pairing mode for Bluetooth and also to turn the display on or off. On the back, from left to right, here you have the balanced 4mm output, RCA outputs, the SPDIF coax in-out, the optical input, USB input. You have an antenna connection for the included antenna for increased Bluetooth range, power connection, and a really annoying bright green light that indicates power is connected, and it lit up my entire wall pretty constantly. So how does it sound? It sounds fucking great. Now, full disclosure, I'm a vinyl guy. I have very few CDs remaining in my collection. I don't generally collect digital music files. I listen to records, and when I listen to Apple Music, I'm using it to decide what records I want to buy. I rarely step outside of those types of listening. However, there are a handful of CDs on my shelf that were either never released on vinyl or they're stupidly expensive and rare on vinyl. Case in point, Puzzle by Dada. This is an incredible album, and it's been a go-to for me to demo audio equipment since I first heard it on my first nice pair of speakers. I carry this around like most guys carry their favorite copy of Asia. Another one, Sonia Dada's Lay Down and Love It Live, which this is not that album because that album's currently in my car and it's cold outside. This is Test Pattern, another supremely recorded album by Sonia Dada, recorded at the legendary Plant Studios in Sausalito, where unknown gems like Fleetwood Mac's Rumors was recorded. So I listened to these CDs and some others via the coax output of a Sony UHD Blu-ray player. I used both my home theater setup with an Anthem processor, Emotiva power, and Next Level acoustic speakers in a 2.1 configuration, no upmixing, and then I took it upstairs and listened on my standard 2-channel setup, which is a Jolita tube integrated amplifier and then a pair of Riga RS5 speakers. From the opening notes of Dada's Dorina in the theater down here, it sounded as if the band was right here in the room with me. The guitar tones on this track are so perfectly Stratocaster and perfectly recorded, and the ZEN One Signature made them really jump out of the speakers in this room. You can hear the guitar pick hit each string in each chord with outstanding clarity, yet the entire track has this really tight, cohesive nature to it. Heading upstairs with the other Sonia Dada CD, and this one as well, I've always been amazed at the quality of that live recording though, especially considering it's a live recording. The first track, Planes and Satellites, is a favorite of mine, and the way it just builds one instrument at a time and keeps building and building is just awesome. The imaging and soundstage on this recording is mind-boggling, and the build makes it all the more impressive. The drums start off the track, and you can hear the placement of each drum in the kit. The kick drum is solid and punchy without being boomy and taking over everything, and the hi-hat, crystal clear, not harsh, sitting right where it should be in the mix. The guitar comes in and you can see right where he is on stage. It's just a mental picture in your mind. Bass and keys follow, then the horn section plus 3 vocalists. This is a large band, and never is the sound in that room confined to my 2 tower speakers. The image rises above, to the left, and to the right, and it comes as far forward as I've actually heard in this setup when I was using the ZEN One Signature DAC. So yeah, this thing sounds fantastic. The streaming feature is still only a receiver, and it's not for me. But when it comes to listening to files or CDs, the ZEN One Signature outperformed the DAC built into my Sony disc player and the DAC in my Anthem processor down here. Personally, I preferred the ZEN One Signature DAC upstairs in the combo with my tube amp and the tower speakers, but I also really prefer listening to vinyl, so adding those tubes in could be understandable. Don't let that take away from the fact that it also sounded pristine and just great in a solid state signal path down here. So here we go again. We have another iFi stocking stuffer recommendation. The ZEN One Signature is a bit more than my last recommendation for Santa and his elves, but it also offers a lot more. This is a true DAC that just happens to add the convenience of being a Bluetooth receiver when you're in a pinch. But face it, if you listen to a lot of streaming music, you probably already have a dedicated streamer in your system. If you're looking for one, this probably isn't it. This DAC should be viewed as a DAC, and it shines as a DAC. The ZEN Air Blue was $100, and the ZEN One Signature comes in at $350 and is worth every penny. So pick one up, stuff that stocking. I've got a link in the description below. That's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you've liked and subscribed to the AV Nirvana channel, and I'll see you again with another real world review real soon.